Today we're back with another community member gameplay review where I break down gameplay that probably looks a little bit more similar to yours, and we're going to be breaking down a 20+ kill win submitted by that boy who is a 1.5 overall KD player and has a 2 KD over the past week. And I'll get into exactly how you can submit gameplay in a second, but this early game is hot. He grabs the MP40, he's got a plate, and if you drop hot, if you drop control prison headquarters, you better be ready to fight knowing that other teams are going to land there, in this case other people because it's solos. So he quick plates and he's going to go ahead in third party. Notice the centering around corners. It's something that he does very well. He has really good anticipation. Now he gets the down right there, he gets the thirst, and he's going to go ahead and push back down here. Now I want to highlight this scenario right here because he gets caught in a weird spot. He hears somebody on the other side of the first door. Now he hears one flying in outside of this door. So one flying in outside the main door, one outside of this door right here. You have to push one of these two people or else you're just going to get pinched from both of them. So he's going to go ahead and commit well. He challenges this guy, gets the down, gets the thirst, knowing that the other player is actually over there. Now, one mistake that he does make here, we know that this other person's here. When he anticipates around this corner, he doesn't actually anticipate that this person's here. He's not actually ready to fight this person. He's just checking it because he knows he should check it, which is why he double takes on it. Instead, you need to confirm if that person's actually there or not before moving on. Now, he's going to end up going down here in a second to the Iskra skin, at which point we'll slow down. We'll talk a little bit more about who he is as a player, strengths and weaknesses. The tip that I have for you here is if you get challenged this close, you got to un-ADS that retrack. You got to hip fire. You're going to see this sweat skin. It's actually not an Iskra skin, but you're going to see how this sweat skin actually takes advantage of the hip fire. Never really ADSs until the very end. Now, flying back in here, playing solos, he's got 15 seconds till respawn timer. He's just going to play a little bit patient. He's got the combat shotgun. He hears one kind of floating around here somewhere, just not totally sure where. And you got to be careful with this shotgun. This shotgun's a 2-pump minimum, so you've got to use your movement. Notices that there's a pistol there, so you know somebody's around here, and a bunch of people up above. Now, as he pushes over this way, he's going to get a plate. He's going to get the STG, which he should feel a little bit more comfortable with. More importantly, he's about to grab the Owen gun. So who is that boy as a player? As I mentioned, he is a 1.5 overall KD player, 2 KD weekly. He's been following my tips for quite some time now. His strengths, he says, are aim and movement with decent positioning. His weaknesses are poor game decisions, and he struggles making decisions quickly and not knowing who to push, which we're actually going to see here. One thing that I want to highlight with you is that as soon as you get information, you need to make a decision. And the reason is some of you wait too long to act on information, and then that becomes harder. So right here, he's got one in stairwell or somewhere up prison, and he's got one in grandma's house. Now notice, because he's indecisive, do I push grandma's house? No, let me go push back up towards the stairs. What's going to happen is by the time he gets up to the stairs, this person's not here. Now, he knows that somebody's floating around here, so he's centering well, he's anticipating well, but watch how this actually unfolds. As he pushes out, he clears that corner. He's going to go ahead and keep pushing here, and he's just trying to find this person, right? He doesn't quite have enough for Lodi yet. He's close, though, so he's going to jump over this little... He's going to jump over this way. He's going to end up getting shot from tower here in a second. I'll go ahead and give it away. He's going to get shot from tower right here. There it is. And now he has to move quickly. He's in a bad spot. And because of that indecisiveness of checking the lobby first, then working backwards, that's why he gets put in this situation of not knowing where this person actually is. He should have probably just pushed grandma's house. Now, he's going to go ahead and push back down inside here. He's going to get inside, keep looting up, at which point he gets UAV. Two quick things for you. First things first, if you want your gameplay submitted, check the comments down below. And I want to reiterate this point. I need all of that information. I need to know who you are as a player in order to understand your gameplay and have the people that watch these videos understand who you are as a player and how you can improve. The second thing is, if you are looking to get better at Rebirth, just consider hitting that subscribe button down below. I'm a 4 KD player. My whole goal is just to help you get better. So if you are looking to get better, just consider hitting that subscribe button. And I do videos every single day. I live stream on YouTube 4 days a week. So if you want to know when I'm posting and going live, make sure you turn on the notification bell. Pretty slow start here. Only 3 kills. Still going to drop 20 plus. Could it have been a 30 plus if he got off to a better start? Absolutely. Now, this is where I really want to start to highlight his indecisiveness, where he struggles to make decisions quickly. And I think the biggest thing is, especially for him, is not necessarily having UAVs up, but quickly making a decision about which player he should push when he sees shots on the minimap, right? So right here, he gets a down and a thirst right there. Now, we don't get any more information because it's solos, but he's got enemy dropping in. He gets a kill right there. And I want to highlight this dot here in a second. Right here. Okay, so we have 2 dots on the minimap, and you should check this as soon as you hear shots fired. We have one over this way on Nova, and we've got one over this way by Control. And this is kind of, I hear the one on Nova, and you see that we also have one over this way. So what's going to happen is he's going to end up pushing back towards kind of tower building right here. There it is. He gets that kill, pushes back towards tower building, and he heard that guy, by the way, which is why he challenged. So now you get the information, one flying over to tower. But now he's kind of stuck. He doesn't really know where anybody is over here versus knowing that people are at Nova 6. It's better to just go challenge information. I know somebody's at Nova 6. I'm going to put myself in that situation. Not totally sure where they are, but I'm going to center. I'm going to be ready. And he doesn't really know where anybody is at this point. He ends up getting some people flying in on him, which is fine, but that's just a little bit lucky versus taking matters into our own hands. I know that people are at Nova 6. I know that people are XYZ in this location based off the minimap and going and acting on that. So he puts himself in an okay spot. He gets a little bit lucky picking up these kills right here, which of course we'll take. We'll always take those. But I want to start to figure out how can we guarantee us putting ourselves in the action. Not enough for a UAV right here. And he's going to go ahead and now push over to Control. He knows that there's dots over this way. So he could have just done this a little bit quicker. If you're in a situation where, you know, you're not totally sure, go ahead and push over and act on the dots that you see. He's got a precision. He gets people flying in. Great job of third partying here. Sees one flies in, or sees one going across. He's going to go ahead and push in here. He's going to third party. Unfortunate there with the parachute pull. Probably takes a little bit more damage. That definitely throws you off. Kind of throws off that rhythm of slide canceling and dropping down. So, but he's in an okay spot. He's still in a good spot. He finally has enough money for UAV. Sees one flying back in. This is the respawn dynamic of solos. Definitely use this to your advantage of knowing whether somebody's flying back in on you or whether they are actually flying away. And of course, as soon as you get a kill in any other game mode, duos, trios, or quads, you need to be checking that minimap. Now, all of a sudden, right? Slow start, but now he's got 10, right? Now he's off to a much better game here, and he's close to 30 bomb pace still. You know, the lobby's not as healthy as we want it to be, but it's not to say he can't do it. Now, this is a situation where by UAV, he should have just bought UAV, knowing that there's somebody over here, but not totally sure where, and he kind of wastes too much time. Keep clearing that skinny side, push your way up that way, push your way to the buy station, buy UAV. Instead, he goes all the way this way, which is fine. He clearly had that kind of thought in mind. He just took the longer way, as opposed to just anticipating people being in those stairwells. And that's where we talk about dropping higher kill games, 30 bomb pace. You have to play quicker. Great job here playing aggressive. He's going to slide through the door. He's not going to get caught in that tack sprint, right? We don't want to tack sprint through the door because then our gun gets caught up in the air. He's going to go ahead and slide through this door. All right, he's a little bit late on it, but he still slides well, close enough that he's able to get that kill and anticipate. Now he gets one over this way. He's immediately going to go challenge, capitalizing on the fact that he has this UAV up. Not totally sure where he is. He kind of sees him. Yup, he's right in the bush. He's right in the bush. Now he should push up here. He doesn't really have enough time to go ahead and push up and grab another UAV, so he's going to go ahead and push forward. Now, one thing that I do want to mention is if you do have a UAV up, towards the end of that UAV, open up your minimap and see where everybody is. Try to get a sense of where everybody is and where the action is. If you're looking to drop higher kill games, look, we can isolate players. We want to be killing those one and, you know, those people that are alone and taking one fight at a time. But at the end of the day, we may have to put ourselves in situations where there's 5, 6 people around. And just keep in mind that we've got to be anticipating and playing quickly. He's got 14 kills, only 7 other people, but he actually farms this well. He keeps this lobby stays alive, which is what allows him to actually get more kills here. Fire sales up, so he's going to go ahead and rotate up, get a buy. And let's talk about this real quick. First thing you should always buy, UAV. Buy UAV, pop UAV. Why? Because if there's now somebody floating around here, he buys UAV, pops UAV, then buys another one, right? If there's somebody floating around here pushing to this buy station for the fire sale, he's gonna die. So buy UAV, pop UAV, and then once you know that it's clear, go ahead and buy another UAV for pocket. He's got a bunch of people over this way, and now he's doing a good job of acting on this information. Go ahead and push. Yep, you got to go meet that guy. Notice that there's one to his right as well that we have to keep in mind. And he's going to challenge this really well. You know, he centers very well. He anticipates very well. And he is a very good player. I will tell you that much. But these are things that you can see he's not doing anything fancy, right? We'll talk about basic movement. Watch just a little bit of strafe here. Just a little bit of strafe. Strafes to the right. He's able to get that kill. He has information up, so he's not in a situation where he can get third-partied because he sees the third party coming. One of the most common questions I get, how do I prevent getting third-partied? Well, the more you can keep UAVs up, the better off you're going to be because they can't actually push over to you. Now, right here, no reason to panic. He's got 61 rounds in the Owen, which is plenty for solos. Pop UAV, he's got one right in front, and he still has a lot in the AK as well, so he's in a good spot to challenge here, able to hit shots, and he's winning his 50-50s very well, using movement, hitting shots. He's been doing aim training for a while. I know he has because he's been part of my community for a while, and he's been following the tips that I've been giving him, which is, you know, which definitely helps. He's got one flying in this way. He's got 18, and all of a sudden we turn a not-so-good start into piecing together a good game. You see how the pace of play has changed. Yes, he's got people flying back in on him. That's fine. That's their own decision. We're going to take those kills, and those kills might be the difference between your PR and not having your PR, but we'll take them. Now he's going to go ahead. He sees this guy over this way. Good shots with the AK right there. And I don't know if this was pre-AK nerf or post-AK nerf. Pops UAV. He's got the information, so he's going to go ahead and keep pushing. And this is overall, he's just going to clean up this game right here. He really, once he regained from that early game, which took a little longer than I would have liked. I wish he had regained a little bit quicker and put himself in a little bit more action. He's been cruising. You know, he's just been taking what's given to him. He's been executing well. Of course, there he sees the one on the mini-map. He just missed it. And he's going to go ahead and challenge this way. By the way, this was his PR game right here, I believe. I believe this was his PR game. So he's going to go ahead and push up. It's a 1v1 at this situation. You've got to go figure out where this last guy is, or not even where the last guy is, but you got to figure out positioning, right? Two questions, as I always remind you at the end of every gameplay breakdown. Where's your power position? Where's your cover? Now, where's your power position? Probably right about here, actually. Probably right on here because you can see both ways. You can see top prison from somebody jumping as well as you can see down the hill. So that's probably where I'd want to be positioned. Now, he's going to go ahead and challenge top prison here, clear top prison, which is a good idea. He's got plenty of time. Circle hasn't started closing yet. So this is a good move to clear top prison. And I want you to pay attention to his movement here, specifically how he uses his heady. Constantly bobbing up and down, bobbing and weaving, moving a little bit left and right there, a little bit of jump, quick plate, and watch this next move right here. Watch this next move. One more. He mounts. Can't see him. Can't see him. Now he's going to go up, down, and keep challenging. Up, down, challenge. Boom. He hits all the headshots. He wins that fight. And that's kind of a heady-on-heady situation, although the guy went out a little bit further. And that is a very clean 21-kill win right there. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you learned something. As I always say, let's get better today, and I will see you tomorrow.